Copa America action on Sunday, June 30th, sees two games being played in Group B, both being played at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time as this group wraps up their group stage play, one of which, Mexico and Ecuador. Let's get into that game. Let's look at the table here. Venezuela tops it right now with 6 points, followed by Ecuador with 3, and Mexico also with 3. These teams will battle out for progression, likely in second place here. A draw is fine for Ecuador, seeded second, but not for Mexico. Mexico's Matchday 2 game was a game of PKs. Venezuela made theirs in the 57th minute from Solomon Rondon. Mexico missed theirs after that by Orban Pineda in the 87th minute, which would have tied it late in the game. Venezuela went on to win 1-0. This despite Mexico leading in a lot of stats here. Possession 62%, shots 18-10, shots on target 5-2, and corners 7-2. On match day 1, Mexico did get the win, 1-0 over Jamaica, but that took a late goal in the 69th minute. In 2 games so far, they've combined for 38 shots, 14 shots on target, so they're piling up the shots right now, but not getting a ton of goals to show for it. Ecuador on match day 1 lost 2-1 to Venezuela, but they had been up 1-0. They also played most of that game down a man as well. Ener Valencia is the man who was sent off in that match day 1 game for kicking someone in the face. He was red carded. He missed out on match day 2. Possibly could return for this game unless the suspension is increased. Match day 2, Ecuador took the lead on an own goal in the 13th minute. Then they went up 2-0 in the 45th minute PK. Jamaica did cut that lead 2-1 in the 54th minute. Ecuador added a late goal in the game for a third in the 91st. Despite 23 shot attempts, Ecuador only put 3 of those shots on target versus Jamaica. Head-to-head, these teams drew 2-2 in a 2022 friendly, and historically have been relatively close. The results of late since 2011, Mexico 3 wins, Ecuador 2 wins, and also 2 draws. For our best bet in this game, Ecuador have conceded a goal in 14 of their past 19, as well as in 6 straight games. They just allowed Jamaica to get their first Copa America goal ever in their last game. Ecuador were winless in 10 Copa America games going back over many tournaments before this recent win. Mexico have been piling up the shots. They need to attack. I think they should score here, but I also see Ecuador getting on the score sheet as well. They were the team that I thought could top this group before the tournament kicked off. So let's go both teams to score, even money, plus 100 for the best bet in this game. Now let's move on to the next game in this group, Jamaica and Venezuela. Jamaica, match day 1, they lost 1-0 to Mexico. Match day 2, it was a 3-1 loss to Ecuador, but it was 2-1 in the 54th minute, and Ecuador got that late goal in the 91st. Jamaica has given up a ton of shots and shots on target. In the first game, 20 shots, 9 shots on target. Second game, 23 shots, 3 shots on target. It's an average of 21.5 shots per game and 6 shots on target per game. Venezuela has clinched a spot in the knockouts after wins over Ecuador 2-1 and Mexico 1-0. Versus Ecuador, they took advantage of being up a man, though, for most of that game. Versus Mexico, they scored on their PK. Mexico missed on their PK. So they have had some good fortune going their way. They did only have 2 shots on target versus Mexico in that game. Head-to-head, these teams haven't met since the Copa America tournament in 2016. That was won 1-0 by Venezuela. For Venezuela and Jamaica, predictions here. Venezuela can be happy with a draw here to wrap up first place. Most of their games are tight. They only have 2 wins in 7. They only have 2 losses in 7 as well. So there's some draws in there, quite a few. Under 2.5 has gone 11-3 as well. Jamaica has scored a goal in most games themselves, though. They've scored in 19 of 23 of their most recent games. Jamaica is out. Even with a win, they can't move on. Venezuela doesn't need the win. I don't want to be betting on a team that doesn't need the win, but we could go draw. Double chance Venezuela to win or draw. I still think they're the better team than Jamaica here, and their games are all close. So if we go, the under is also an option. However, the under by itself is very heavily favored at minus 170. So let's combine those two things together. Under 2.5 goals with Venezuela double chance. So as long as Venezuela does not lose and there's not more than 2 goals, you'll cash your tickets at minus 110 odds. What are your bets for the Copa America games on Sunday in this group? Be sure to share them down there in the comments. And if you're shopping for the best sports betting odds and new customer promotions, be sure to help out my channel. Check out the link, signupexpert.com/shredthespread, and you can see all kinds of great bonuses that are available to new customers at all the top sports books. Check it out, and good luck with your bets.